So Plat Ashe, we've done a lot of Ashe VODs recently. So can you in chat kind of give me a debrief of things that we immediately look for with Ashe? Just general stuff that we look for with Ashe. Like obviously ignoring the rank, not knowing anything like that. It's good news though. We'll have Echo afterwards, I think. Also, you say Ashe, but then can you imagine like Orisa or Brig or Moira? Know what I'm saying? Could be a lot worse. High ground usage, sure. That's something we look at. What else would we look at? Skin choice? No, no, that's not good. You know, out of context, that sounds really strange. That sounds off. Skin choice. It makes you sound either like a hardcore racist or like like a serial killer. Dynamite placement, angles, yeah. So the big thing for me is going to be the dynamite, the use of dynamite, the timing of dynamite, and the angles. That's the big thing. Like those are the consistent themes for me with Ashe. Bob placement, coach gun usage, reload timing, lots of little micro things, but yeah, we will see. Again, I'm pulling a yesterday. I don't think I've ever said that sentence before in my life, and I am trying to avoid using headphones for right now. So let me know if you guys hear a lot of echo, like the in-game audio coming through here. Nice. Not a fan of that dynamite. I think they're going for the Lucio, but didn't end up working out. Sometimes this happens with me, and I see this with Ashes a lot, where you like throw a dynamite that you want to detonate, and then the person or the reason why you were throwing the dynamite goes away, but you still have this inner urge that I have to detonate the dynamite anyway. Was that what happened there? I feel like that's what actually happened there. Where like the Lucio's dead, but you just have to dynamite it. Yeah, you're like, I have to detonate it anyway. Because even though the Lucio's dead. Would have much rather preferred the dynamite on the like on the Symmetra turrets in the corner there. Nice. She's dead. Oh my Josh, that's quite an unusual name. Okay. So it's important to note here that your threats right here are essentially the enemy Ashe. That's about the only thing that can touch you. Now you can on paper say that Lucio can mess with you, but the chances of that are really low. So what I want you to do is I don't want you to be greedy with your positioning, but this does mean that as long as you're near a corner, you can play pretty much high ground angles and you're not going to be super contested. So something to keep in mind here. Like this right here is probably a much better position for you to be in. Because there's no Widow, there's not a Winston that's going to immediately come after you. This is a good choice right here. And as long as you're near a corner, so I don't like here, because if the Ashe shoots you, you have nowhere to hide. But if you play like here-ish, I don't think there's really any drawback to you playing here if they're not on Genji. If they're on Genji or Tracer, maybe your backline's here, you're a little far from your backline to get peeling. But they're not. So I think this is where you'd want to be. I don't like this dynamite. Remember, your dynamites either need to be for poke to build ult charge or for actual pressure. If you're not actually going to land it, that's pretty bad. Like you either want to throw your dynamites when your team can follow up, or when you know you're going to get it back by the time the team is ready. This is bad positioning here. Bad positioning. You're a shooting gallery. You have nowhere to go. This Ashe can play a corner here. She can LOS you right here. Right here. You have nowhere to hide. Any spam damage thrown at you is going to hit, and if you get shot, you can't. You're basically just hoping that she misses her shots, because if she hits a shot, you're dead. If you hit a shot, she's not dead because she can duck behind the corner a tenth of a second later. So bad dynamite, too early. They have no shields, mate. Or even if they do have shields, like you can dynamite over shield. This is a massive clump of red enemies that you should be dynamiting, and you're out in the open. You should die here. Got very lucky. Like right there, dynamite opportunity. Dynamite opportunity. That was better. Positioning was still bad. First time it was still bad, but that was much better. I don't know why you're just... Yeah, that was really poor. That was really poor. So you drop, you get too close, then you start to back up, but you back up at a straight line, and you're spamming hip fire for no reason whatsoever. So what you want to do is if they TP to point, you'd be... Think of it this way. If your position here, I'm going to turn off the audio so you don't have to hear that shrieking, obnoxious noise. If you're here, they TP to point. You're going to stand right up here and spam them. And if they pressure you, coach gun back out, and you can play from back here, even safer, and you can grab the mega health back. Instead, you position out in the open, you almost die, you drop this way, and then instead of keeping your distance and spamming from like, here, or like spamming from here, you're standing in their face, hip firing for absolutely no reason. So you're doing inefficient damage from a dangerous location initially, and then you transition to an equally dangerous location and then die. So what is wrong with my face cam? Whoops, I gotta fix that. Holy cow. I like look over and I'm like, why is my head so big? My mom says that all the time. There's a joke there. Get it? Ego? Okay. But yeah, really weak positioning. Really weak corner discipline, and then getting way too close to the enemy team. Sin 4, thanks for the follow, for absolutely no reason. Is that Sin 4 from Lord of the Rings? I think that's Sin 4 from Lord of the Rings. Sweet. Thanks for the follow, man. When do you hip fire and when do you scope? I mean, hip fire is basically just to finish off targets, or if there's like somebody right up in your face that you can't like get, like a tracer in close range, you can't scope unless it's like a quick scope, because she moves too much for you unless you have like a million sensitivity to flick to. Not only is the flick hard, but the flick is really, really difficult to actually do. Especially with my sensitivity, because I have a really high, low sensitivity. Excuse me. I legitimately, as Widowmaker, it's actually not a great sense for Widowmaker, the one I use, because I legitimately cannot fight enemies and tracers close range. Because if they move at, oh my gosh, my mic just took a plunge. If they move anywhere near me, I simply don't have the mouse pad big enough to flick hard enough. So that's when you want to use hipfire. Basically when they're so close that you just can't scope and shoot, or finishing off kills, or breaking sim turrets, or the Genji's double jumping over your head, so scoping there would be really hard. Like generally anytime scoping in feels bad. It's a little bit more flexible than it is with Widowmaker, because you don't have that awkward charge time with Widow, like you do with Widow. However, there are circumstances where it's perfectly fine to use unscoped fire. But doing that there when you're just like blindly throwing it into clumps of red from close range wasn't good. Poor. So get a better position. Like the hip fire almost felt like a result of you being poorly positioned though, so I don't want to harp on it too long. Because the most important thing was your positioning was just embarrassingly bad. Secondhand embarrassment. This is good. This is a good position if they're going main. This is actually monstrous. You can dynamite, you can angle, they can't pressure you. If they do pressure, you can drop and coach gun back up again. You're standing next to your BAP, which is even better. You dynamite behind the shield. Like chat, this is why, I'm going to say this every time you coach Hanamura. You do not go main on Hanamura unless you have some big brain strat here. Now your team is trying to TP across. This is one of the circumstances where doing this is acceptable, but even then, they're still screwing around. You see this? Like they messed up their TP, they didn't shield it. So even if you have a good reason to go main, it can still mess up because it's such a bad position. So I would definitely bob this. Yeah. This is a legitimately scary situation. Like, and at the pro level, this is a legitimate strat. The TP across and then Sim ult. Sim ult has really good synergy with how Sim wants to play here. Totally fine to bob that. Even if you're up one, it's scary. Sim ult plus TP is scary. On Hanamura B. This is where Bastion used to be. By the way, little history lesson. This used to be a legitimate strategy where people would TP Bastion bunkers. Symmetra Bastion with double shield. You double shield Bastion bunker. This was before Sigma. So it's like Orisa Rhine, and then Orisa Rhine with Bastion, Symmetra. I think this was with BAP. Yeah, this was when we had BAP but no Sigma. Or did we have Sigma? I don't remember. We definitely had BAP and like Mercy or Ana. And you just TP around the high grounds, and then, or you TP to point and Symmetra ult yourself in the corner with your Bastion bunker. And it was miserable to play into. And then even when they committed on you, then they would just lamp. And then you'd have another halted. Like, it was a terrible, I hated Hanamura so much. Like, everybody complains about meta and stuff, but guys, the meta we have right now is so good compared to compared to Bastion meta, compared to even double sniper, compared to Reaper or Mei, Kree Mei. We should be very thankful for the meta. We get a lot of good stuff. We get Genji and Echo and Bap. Even Sigma is relatively fun to watch compared to. Again, this is great. This is what frustrates me so much. Like, obviously, you're getting it handed to you because they keep going main, but this is good positioning. These are good dynamites. This is literally just a shooting range. You can bob that, sure. I don't care. You're building them off of cooldown. I mean, there's nothing to say. You're dominating the enemy team. You're absolutely dominating them. There's nothing they can do outside of fixing their pathing. And you're already 30% to your next ult. So he goes Reaper. Dynamite that. Ah, really sucky. They're on Winston now. Okay? Your team keeps dying, strangely. Okay, so now this is where we have to really start to think. So the thing is like, anybody can look like a pro. The mic okay? Is the mic okay? Do I need to unplug it and plug it back in again? Eventually I'm going to get back my old mic and you guys are going to be like, holy smokes, you sound so handsome. So this is where real Ashes start to separate themselves from the other Ashes. Like, this is like everybody as Zan or Ana or Ashe can just AFK and murder people, right? The real good ones are the ones when they're put under pressure and they still can find value. Because right now, the enemy team has changed up. They're on the Monkey, they're on the Reaper. Those are the threats that can TP and jump you and things like that. So your positioning and your cooldown management is going to be a lot more important. So you just use your shift to reposition here. So you should be scared. You need to be scared. You should be thinking they're going to come after me, because they will. They will. They've been saying this Ashe is for free. She keeps murdering us. We need to deal with her. You are target number 1, and you do not have shift. So right now, you need to back off down the stairs, or even as soon as you see him turn the corner, you need to back off. Wait. Get. You're so focused on landing that dynamite, and now you're dead. There it is. Could have seen that coming a mile away. Could have seen that coming a mile away. You could see, like, you can smell the body language. Look at what he's looking at. You can see him looking at you. He's looking at you. And then when he jumps you, instead of being scared, you're just like, oh, I'm fine. I'm going to focus on landing this dynamite. And then run into a corner instead of to my support. You run where your team literally can't help you. Oh, sorry, Arkham. Probably because I dropped it on the floor. Okay, shoot people. Again, you are completely uncontested right now. Just shoot people. It's just boring to watch. There's nothing that you can do wrong here, essentially. I mean, you might surprise me and find something new. Of course, Winston will go for bananas. Okay. All right. Okay. Chat says, of course, Winston will go for bananas. All right. Okay. What are you, like 65 years old? I bet you go to Facebook for memes, dude. Yikes. Or even worse, Instagram. Wait, that's like the polar opposite. Oh, bless your soul. What are you doing? Go, like... You somehow find the one time when you go for corners, you go for a corner back here, and then you were like, oh, no, I've learned my lesson. I'm going to go out in the open, away, and where I can get peeling. But then you go out in the complete wide open instead of, like, actually staying cover. So when you're kiting, you want to kite back towards your support in a way that's hugging a wall or hugging a corner. So you drop, you could coach gun, and then you play like here, where you can still get healing, but you're not getting shot at. You simultaneously are out in the open or running away from your supports. Never both. Horrible humor, yes. And normally I time out people for that. I'm a little slow in the draw. Must be my massive age. Oh, what are you doing? Chat. Why am I not a fan of this dynamite? This is really important. This is really important. Why am I not a fan of this dynamite? Because on paper, this is a big dynamite, right? Look at this, 4-man dynamite. Squishies too. But why am I not a fan of this dynamite? Yeah, you basically, I would combine your two comments together. You're saying already had ult, no help from supports. Exactly. You already have ult, so poking for a little bit of extra damage here isn't really worth it. You're risking your life, and they're just going to heal this up, and then you're not going to have dynamite, and you're out of position going for this. Right? Let them come out and then dynamite them from either a safer location or where your team can actually follow up. All you're doing now is you're risking your life for meaningless ult charge. You're not going to get kills off of this. Now, somehow your Hanzo ults this, but they're going to die regardless of whether you dynamite or not. Okay? This dynamite does nothing except slow them down for half a second and risk your life further. So this is better. You're running in the right direction though. So use your cooldowns either to build ult charge just for early spam, or how are you guys losing this? Or use your cooldowns to actually secure kills or pressure kills. Just use your bob. Just use your bob. Just use your bob. Just use your bob. Use your bob. Yeah. There you go. Should be okay. It's 2 CP. Okay, don't care about your Mei. Don't care about your Mei. Okay. Alright. So far, we've seen open positioning, as in out in the open. Your kite passes, in other words, when you're getting pressured, you're running away from help instead of to help, or you're running out in the open. And then a couple times you're dynamiting right before it engages for meaningless poke when you either already have ult or when you don't have ult, but it's not hitting anything. Like you need to dynamite off of their engage or directly before they engage, because that pressure is actually worthwhile. Yeah, shooting is more forgiving because number one, it's easier to recharge. But number two, shooting actually will directly lead to kills. Like you shoot sometimes, even if you already have ult, before the fight, because maybe you get a kill, right? Maybe you get a headshot, right? Everybody does that to an extent. But if you don't have any guarantee of getting killed and you're not getting any meaningful pressure right as the fight's starting, then why are you shooting? Why are you using your cooldowns? That's the big one. Unfortunate. That's actually really, really sad. That's a lot of ult charge given the Junkrat, and what you built hog ult. Poggers. Alright, chat. How do we win this fight? What is absolutely crucial that Bananas does well if we're going to be able to win this fight? Look at their comp. What does Bananas need to do? I cannot believe I'm saying this. That's not a real sentence in the English language. Why go top left? Off angle, why? Dynamite, why? Take angle at junk, build Bob, yeah. They're running double spam, and they're going to sit in this choke. They're immobile. They have no range. It's all short range crap in this choke here. So what you want to do is you want to wait for your tanks to do something, coach gun, and then beat the crap out of them. Now, your Doom is going in without your ball, but he has the right idea. He's flanking. This is what you guys need to do. This is a very squishy composition, guys. And they're only strong in one direction. They cannot deal with a dynamite very well. They cannot deal with snipers very well if you can keep them at range. But if you peek through this choke here, you're going to need Junkrat spam, you're going to need Symmetra orbs, you're going to need Sigma spam, you're going to get halted. It's just going to feel really bad. So you need to work your way around it. You need to work your way around it. And if you build Bob, Bob should crush this comp. If you can build Bob and like launch it on the point, that's probably your best use right there. That hard for them to spam it, etc. Oh, don't drop. Don't drop. You dynamite and then you drop. Only drop if you get forced off. The only reason that you drop early is if you could die up here. There's no real chance of you dying instantly against this comp. Yeah, you get, okay, Junkrat starts lobbing grenades at you, yes, you drop. But nobody was even looking at you yet. And what you had here is you had a window where Doomfist initiates, and you could be popping off right now. Kumber, thank you for the fall. You could be blowing these guys' heads off, right? Doom is now your tank. Abuse this. But instead, you're reloading and repositioning back to main, where you're going to resume shooting shield. Your ball's doing something. You need to go. You're low HP, though. That's really unfortunate. But you're getting healed. Nice. Okay. This is huge. Okay. This is actually huge. What excellent thing has happened? Actually, your Lucio is big braining this. This is really clever of your Lucio. What is really, really good about this right now? Can you guys see this? Get the overall view here. You can take this as an opportunity to just learn more about the game, not just about this particular circumstance. Split the damage from the choke. Yeah, okay. So what's happening here? You guys see? I'm drinking some tea. Oh my gosh. Yeah, holy cow, my chat exploded. I didn't see anything and all of a sudden chat just exploded. Yes, space. Yeah, you guys have map control, dude. These guys are only good at one thing. They're spamming this choke. As soon as they go back to point, they're gonna get spammed from multiple different directions. They're screwed. It's over. I would probably say you would now have a 75% chance of winning this fight. This fight right here. I would say. That's my guess. Even in ranked, we know when coordinate, the fact that you missed that dynamite actually offends me. But it's going to be easier for your Lucio to get boobs, for your ball to get boobs, for your Doomfist to get punches. This stuff to happen. Oh, dude, please, you can't do this. That's 2 dynamites in a row. You're needed here, man. You've not done, look at your ult charge. You're a minute in. This is a comp that you can like get like 4 or 5-man dynamites. This is a little risky. You could have done this from the high ground right above you. So I would have liked if you'd coach gun up here and done this up here instead. Because again, what are you coach gunning outside of to reposition against this comp? There's nothing, there's no Winstons here. Okay, we finally land a dynamite. And as I said, yeah. Chat, these concepts of space and taking and map control and flanks and stuff, they aren't like, they're not abstract concepts. They're just, you took the spots away, your Doomfist has an easier job punching in, you have an easier job doing dynamites, you guys can get better boops, and look what happened, you won the fight. Like, these concepts are applicable in bronze, right? And silver, and gold, and black. They're just truths. They're not concepts that you can learn how to do. They're just truths. Now, you can learn how to abuse them, and how to do a better job of using them, but they're just truths. And you guys just, that was it. Your Doomfist and your ball and your Lucio forced point, forced them back, and once they went back, it was over. So, really, really, really poor dynamites, though. And even if I'm being nitpicky because it's something that's shown up again and again, why would you go here as Ashe when you could go up here or, up here, right? For what you like these really up in your face spots against comps that you shouldn't be using. Don't bother, don't bother, don't bother. You're gonna have Bob next fight anyway. Don't bother, don't bother, don't bother. The only thing that can happen here is bad. Or at least a 75%, because even if you get a pick here, they're going to respawn before you guys are ready to push. So unless you come up here and legitimately kill 2 people, 2, without dying, then you shouldn't be here. And I know that they technically don't have a lot of damage to deal with you, but they have a Sombra now. They still have a Risipool. They still have Symmetra spam. So, I don't know. Okay, now we go. Now this is good. Uno, dos, where's the other DPS? Tres. See, I can speak French. This is good. See, she's not even looking at you. She's looking at the stupid, the ball. Okay, nice. This should be GG's. Bob point GG's. Wait, you lose this? You trash can. You shameful excuse for a human being. You actually cost your team the cap. Oh, you didn't. No. No. Oh, just a little more point pressure and crossfire. Oh, no. No. By the way, how did it get a kill? What? How? Yes! Yes! Look at it! Look at it! Yes! Look! Oh no! Oh dear. Terrible Bob. You guys didn't get a tick. Embarrassing, man. But yeah, please, brother. Like learn from your mistakes. It's okay. It happens once. Never do it again. Never do it again. From here only. Okay? No more lucky kills in Sombra. Just launch it right. Boink. There you go. Please, dude, how are you so bad at this? That's a 4-man dynamite. Please, please, if you're really that scared of screwing up with shield, then wait, and then dynamite. Or dynamite over shield. Please, you're so free and you still screw up. You died of Symmetra spam. Golly, man. There's no way that this team comp should be beating you guys. You're under no pressure at all. I'll be honest, original Name, definitely not the most original joke ever, ironically, but, you know, better luck next time. It still feels a little early, you know? It still feels just a tad early. Like, you're drawing a lot of attention to yourself, and look at your tanks right now. Like, your tanks are getting ready to go in, but they're not ready to go in. I'm just scared, like, you're either going to die here, or you're going to get zoned out, and you're going to have to back off. There you go. Here you go. This is exactly what I told you would happen. Here's your monkey. Where's my Ashe? You bought.
Hey, Sugar Lips, how's it going?
It's going pretty well, thank you. My lips are pretty sugary right now. A little matcha flavored, but they're pretty sugary. Thank you. It's going pretty well. 28 months. Holy cow, dude. That's a long time. That's a long time, dude. Okay. Yes. That is a nice cold glass of water for the soul. Thank you. If only you were not sitting on main. Look at that. You just wait. What? Why did your BAP lamp the Bob? Okay. But why are you? But this the only thing that can make this better is if you're actually in a good angle here, because it's harder for you to shoot stuff from here, and you're more at risk of eating spam. Reload. Missed your dynamite. Good. You did just as I asked. Missed your dynamite. Really well done. Just reload. I know it sucks, but that's the Ashe thing. That's why it's important to be in a good position. Yeah? Because if you're in a good position, then more of your shots will have kill potential, so you don't waste so many. That's why it felt bad. You're like, I have to reload here. We should already be winning the fight. Well, if you'd been in a better position, more of the shots would have led to kills. What? Why? What just happened? What on earth? What is with this map and people just dying to random stuff? You see a problem here, chat? If you die here or get forced out, I swear. Alright. Got lucky. But legitimately, the last fight we lost because of this stupid clown. You see how much better this is? You see how much better this position is? And if you time your high ground engage a little better, you'll never get cleared out here early. Or you'll significantly reduce the chances of it happening. Don't. Oh, maybe so. I was about to holler at you, but maybe I'm the one that's wrong. No, I'm not wrong. Maybe I am. No, I am. No, I'm not. I'm not wrong. I am wrong. No, I am. I am wrong. I am wrong. I am wrong. I'm definitely wrong. This position is so much better, man. Get that dynamite. Get it. Get it. Nice. Good job. There you go. That's the coach gun use right there. That we know and love. We know and tolerate. EMP's coming in. Careful. I could smell it. Just smell. You just smell the body language. I didn't even have to look at the top. Your monkey's still popping. Ooh, that's super. Oh no. Son. You really need to kill that sim. That sim is gonna murder you. Please land a dynamite. Please. Yes! 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 That's what Papa wants. That's actually one of the worst things I think I've ever said on stream. Oh. Instantly regret opening my mouth. Okay. Really the big thing for you is kite pass when you're under pressure. Kite pass when you're under pressure. And number two, your positioning. And I'm going to split your positioning in two. One, standing out in the open or getting too close for no reason. And number two, when you did find a good position, you were taking it at the wrong time. Way too early before your tanks are ready. Okay? Those are the things we got to work on. Your donation is worthless, Patches. But congratulations on hitting GM. Well done, man. Congratulations. Did you post a screenshot? Please tell me you posted a screenshot. You got to take a screenshot, brother. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of the career profile and throw it in Discord. Do it. Do it up. Congratulations. Very well done. Went from forgetting the harmony ever to GM is in. I think I still have your VOD. Hang on. Let me see if I can find your VOD. Let me see if I can find your VOD. See if I can find your VOD. From a long time back. Hang on. Anna, Moira, Winston, Anna. I have Temporal on there. Genji, Hammond, the Birdcage, First Fight Analysis, Contenders Analysis. No, I don't see it. Did I not have it on YouTube? I thought it was one of the ones that made YouTube, but maybe not. No, doesn't look like I had it on YouTube. I distinctly remember it, though. I'm 90% sure it was on Rialto, wasn't it? And it started with Rialto. No, I think I got clipped. I think I got clipped and made it on a Noob Hunter or something. Was it Rialto? It was Rialto Attack. I'm pretty sure. Ever gonna review Owl Live? I don't know. Here's the problem with Owl Analysis. I enjoy it, but I don't know if everybody else enjoys it. Owl Analysis has like a niche audience. Some people really like it, some people really don't. So it's kind of like, eh. Wasn't it new? I don't know, man. Maybe it was Anubis. I thought it was Rialto, though. It was Rialto. Okay, sweet. Okay. Next one. Chat, I can't believe this. Look at my, I'm about to dox myself, I don't even care. Look at this. You see this? You ever coach teams on the stream? Yeah, I didn't like it. I don't like it. I'm not like the natter. My coaching is more like, it's kind of hard to explain. I don't enjoy it. The positive vibe, but yeah, check this out. This is it, chat. This is where we're at. Whoops. We got one more VOD after this, and I'm done with sub VODs. You know what that means, right? It means more hammer time, it means more Ashe Spilo, and we might actually get to the non-sub VOD submissions too. Finally, after, I mean, when's the last time I've done a non-sub VOD review? A year, maybe? It might have been a year. Yeah, hey, Budweiser. I'll probably get yours done tomorrow, Budweiser. I might stream tomorrow. I'm not sure. I did yours like 2 months ago? Okay, maybe not. But besides you then, because I distinctly remember not. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, we go. Echo, 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 echo. Echo time, echo time, echo time, echo time. Light waves. My 2 least favorite people. Awesome. A clown and a grouch. Make their own TV show. Okay. She's gonna kill me for saying that. Oh no, I'm gonna submit a VOD. No, no, you're not ruining my career. You're ruining the first time VOD reviews career. It's fine. It's like the 3-week or 4-week rule. So if I do consistently stream like 4 or 5 times a week, I probably will have time to do a non-sub VOD review like once a week, maybe. Okay, really quick. Echo is still good, guys. Echo is still good. She's not, again, she's like one of those heroes that's like not really strong in the meta, like the diva, but she's still a good hero. Hitscan's really strong right now. So like with the Ashe and Kreese and Widows, like there's little situations where you see all of them, and even heroes like Torb, which she is good at one-on-one, she's not great at Torb when he's paired with a Hitscan. And I know I'm kind of getting off topic here, but I want to explain. Because turret is easy to break, but turret is something that you have to busy yourself with breaking while you're trying to deal with hitscan at the same time. So it's annoying. It's really annoying to deal with a Torb turret and a hitscan at the same time. Hey boy. I think you're coming over tomorrow, right? Yeah, Echo is strong with so much effort sets her down right now. Exactly. So she's a strong hero. I'd even say that she's probably still needs to be nerfed more. I think her beam could be nerfed a little more, but sweet. I'll see you tomorrow. But still. Okay. So what I want you to be doing with Echo is safe angles, spam, and then like nail your cooldowns. So they're running the monkey. Your job should be to obliterate the monkey anytime he does anything. Like legitimately, anytime he does anything, obliterate him. They are on McCree, and even to an extent Ana. So you have to be careful about like getting way too out in the open. So you got to play careful and cautious. But you can and should be murdering that monkey. Be very careful about this. Be very careful about this. That's a waste. Unfortunate. Okay, this is even worse. Okay. They're on Echo, or they're on Kree Soldier. This is where stuff gets real, okay? Because now you have 2 heroes, plus arguably the Ana, that can deal with you. So you got to be really, really careful. And not only that, look at when you're going in as aggressive as you are. Look at, do you see the battlefield chat? What's the problem with our battlefield right now besides the annoying red glow on our screen? Is it bad to dive a hit scan sometimes as Echo? No. If they're isolated and you can do it, fine. But what's the problem right now? What do you not see on your screen right now? He's out in the open. Obviously, that's problem number 1. But even more important than that, what's the issue here? What's the issue? They're all around him. Where's your team? Exactly. Your team isn't doing anything. You've got your Orisa spamming a little bit. You're Zen spamming a little bit, but you're pushing way past where they're doing. Like, let the enemy team come in and start to engage, and then maybe you can go solo kill a squishy. Maybe. But you're standing out in the open. You should die there. You should die there 10 times out of 10. Exactly, that's what you said, yes. Now this is pod racing. No, this is where maybe you get away with diving in a little bit more aggressively because there's stuff happening, right? Tanks are, like fights are devolving. I wouldn't really be prioritizing backline though. It's hard for you to kill them. Beam it. You do know you can cancel your beam by pressing the E button again, right? That's really important to know. You don't always have to, but come on, Emma, come on, E! You incompetent bot! Do it. Squishy, 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 squishy. I'm not gonna coach your Winston, but get him. Get the Sigma. You should get the Sigma. Try and boot the Sigma off the map. You can get him. You got him. You got him. Yeah. Not really, I'm being positive, but it's not really that good. Okay. So, maybe. Burn the monkey, burn the monkey, burn the monkey. Aww. Rats. Yeah. It's so your mechanics under pressure. You need to focus and chill out when you're under pressure because you miss a lot more shots when you're under pressure. Again, where's your team? Play around your team. You're isolated here. You're solo. Woo! Nice. Okay. Just beam it. Just beam it. If he's bless my soul. Okay. Okay, couple of little things to talk about here. Let's sort out our thoughts here before things get too convoluted. You're doing decent damage, but you're choking under pressure. You're flying out in the open and not really playing around where your team wants to do stuff. So like Echo is very mobile, but even a Tracer or Sombra, like you don't want to just run in and kill stuff. You want to like wait till they come in and then run in and kill stuff so that the tanks are distracted and they can't peel. The DPS are distracted and they can't peel. The supports are distracted and they can't peel for each other, right? So play more around your tanks. Don't fly out in the open, as we mentioned. Some of your ability usage is a little clunky, like you're just kind of using shift off of cooldown. When they're running heroes like Kree and Winston that you need to worry about, your shift is a tool to either avoid the dive or to get over and like avoid the Winston. Like let's say the McCree gets an angle on you, excuse me. You can use your shift to like hide behind the McCree or hide behind a corner or shift over him and kill him. So you're being a little flippant with your shift. And then the micro thing I would say is the two things would be both to do with your beam is number one, press it again to cancel it. So you don't have to continue. If the person's way above or you're switching target to a full HP target, you don't want to be beaming. So press it again to cancel it. And then also right here, you should not be beaming. You should be beaming now. Because this target, as soon as you start to beam him, will drop to under half HP almost instantly because he's already almost there. You see this? He's already underneath half HP. So, but you don't even have to wait until he's at half HP to beam him. You can wait until he's close to half HP, like right now. You could be beaming him. Definitely could be beaming him right now. Because he's going to take a little bit of normal beam damage and then zoom. It's like that instantaneous transition from weaker beam to stronger beam, and you don't have to wait to do it. You can do it ahead of time because your beam does okay damage. It's like a low charge Zarya, somewhere around there, I think. So you could be beaming him now, not trying to hit those additional shots, and then you just waste your thing too. But and that allows you to get to that beam threshold faster. I wouldn't say 75%. I think that's a little high. It depends on the target, though. Like, if it's a squishy, maybe. But a tank, you don't want to beam at 75%, because it's going to take a longer time for that beam to whittle them down. 50 to 20? Okay. Zarya is higher than 50 DPS, I think, with her beam. Right? Sorry, I'm gonna have to deal with the beeping for 1 second. Zarya, Overwatch. I feel like Zarya is higher, like 95? Yeah, so it's 95. It's lower than Zarya at Zero Church, but still. So I want you to take angles, but play those angles near corners around your team. Not next to your team, but around where your team is fighting. So like you can angle here if your team is fighting here. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't angle here if your team was fighting here, or you'd avoid it. It depends on the circumstance. You'd have to be sneaky, right? Only other thing I'd say, because I know I've been saying a lot, is the importance that you just mark Monkey as much as you can. Monkey is such an easy kill for you. Such a high value kill. Slow it down. Weird beam. He was clearly full HP. Okay. Kind of a waste. Monkey is always great if you can play him. I'm not sure if you got him or if you messed up and went for the Sigma. But Sigma's only really good if you can like hold high ground, which you had to drop because of the stupid ulting soldier. So, not optimal. Weird beam again. It's like you see these targets that are half HP, but they're clearly not half HP. So, unless I'm missing something, nice. Weird beam again. I do not understand your beam usage. It seems very arbitrary. And like right now would be a nice time to have beam. Yeah? But you're dead. We're kind of narrating, chat, because there's like the problem with lower rings is that the errors are very numerous. So you have to kind of narrate and nitpick a little bit just so you get a read of which errors are happening the most. And so you can focus on those. So I don't expect him to fix all these errors at all. But he can get a better idea of what errors are happening the most frequently, or that are the most egregious errors, for example. Again, a really weird angle to open out on, because like, think about it this way. Widow can angle here because she can stay here AFK and just kill people, right? But you want to get closer. Can you get closer safely from this positioning here? No, you really can't. You have to fly out in the open. Your best angle is like, if your team wants to fight here, would be maybe like around here, right? Or over their head, like this. That might be your biggest... And again here, why are you shifting? Why are you shifting? Don't shift just because you have it. What is it accomplishing? Does it do anything? Strange beam. Again, it just seems like you panic into the beam. He's clearly full HP. Very, very poor beam. You have to perfectly track him for 4 seconds to kill him with beam. Or actually, that's not true. That's not true at all. You have to perfectly track him for 2.5 seconds, I think. If I'm doing my quick math right. Rank is gold. Mispositioned again. I want to look at your positioning again. Are you angling safely around where your team is fighting? Yes, 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 yes. No. You go in very deep. You go for the kill. But you should be going back to your team now, right? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You start to back out, and then what do? You start to go back in, even though your Ana has LOS, and you're not even committing to backing out either. So if you look right here, look at this hesitancy. You probably just weren't confident that you're going to get healed, which is unfortunate. Cliff? Do it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Suck it, Light Waves. Let's have some fun at Light Waves' expense. Let's just watch this really quick. have some fun at Lightwave's expense. Let's watch some Lightwave's Ana play. So far, so good. All right. Lightwaves is one of my mods. She's not here right now, so we get to make fun of her. Ha ha. Trash can. Get wrecked, Grandma. Again here. If you're gonna angle, you have to be really careful, because this is the problem here. You're angling here, right? But if you have to back out, where do you go? Where do you go? Can you go anywhere? She's not silver. Where do you go? Here? Can't go here, you're gonna die. Can you fly across this way? No. You're stuck. There's nowhere to go. Angle here. That way you can actually like safely back out. Or angle here, we can safely back out. I like that you're not standing on the floor behind your tank, but your positioning is really... Oh no. Oh, bless. Your beam usage is confusing me. We're definitely going to stop the VOD after this defense, because I think I've got a very clear idea of what our biggest return on investment needs to be. Beam, 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 beam. It takes you so long to like actually react to the fact that they're low HP. And I know it's not because of your action speed. It's just because like you just don't have enough time playing this hero. And you don't have enough time like consciously thinking about how you want to use your beam. Please respect the hit scan. Thank you. So much better positioning here. Then you drop. Then you drop. Then you drop. Good beam. Good beam. Good beam. Good beam. Nice. I don't know why you dropped there. Thank you, Lightwaves. Okay. So, two things. Number one, I like the angles, but I want you angling around your team and angling in a spot where you have cover. So, number one, angle in a spot where you have cover, and angle a spot near your team so that you can actually like get some extra damage without dying. And then if you're like still struggling with it, go through like all your VODs and just look at how you're positioning. And then number two, I want you to work about consciously using your beam when they're close to half HP and not using it before. Do not let yourself use beam without thinking about it for a split second first. Your beam usage is probably going to be a little bit slow at first, but that's okay. I want you to consciously train it so that then long term you'll actually improve at it more.